Hi, it's Rick with Phoneware. I'm going to demonstrate for you our new call recording service that just rolled out recently. It's called MiaRec. First of all, let's open a browser here and we're going to go to, not our website here, although I will put a link to it on here shortly. So we're going to go to phoneware.mysiprec.com, and that will take you to the login screen. The first nice thing about this particular call recording service is you log in with the same credentials as you use for your COM portal. So if I put in my line and my COM portal password, that's what I log in with. Now, I'm set up as an administrator, so I've got some different functions here, but you can also allow users to log into the system and view their own recordings. As an administrator, I can view the recordings for my whole company or maybe for my department or whatever. We can set up different groups with this, so it's great. When you first log in, you'll see the dashboard, just kind of at a glance, what's going on with calls that have been recorded for the last 30 days, calls today, yesterday, etc. And real time, this actually shows that there's one call in progress right now that is being recorded by one of my staff here in my office. So that's the dashboard. If we jump over here to call or to recordings, this will show us a really in-depth view of exactly what's going on. We can see that Greg's on a call right now, and that call is being recorded. And then we can also see, all the other calls that have happened today. And of course, I can even go to the past through my search functions here. Date range, which user I want. So like if I were to go to yesterday and pick, my calls, then that's going to filter that search down to just my calls for yesterday. So it's really intuitive on the searches. I can also just take it to search for a particular phone number like that. And now it's going to show me all the calls that basically match that. So a really nice search function here. If I take any particular call, like let's say I wanted to look at a call here for, actually let me go back to all calls again. So if I wanted to take a look at this call for Greg today, if I open this up, I can click here to play the recording of that call. I can also download the audio file. I can go to more details and see more information. I can play it back at a faster rate. Again, save the file. Just a number of other options that I've got here. I can also add an evaluation. So if you need to, have someone listen to conversations and evaluate your team's performance on, discussing certain subjects or asking certain questions, you can actually add that evaluation right in here while you're listening to the call. So that's handy. Marking a call as confidential is something that only an administrator can do. If I mark this call as confidential as an administrator, then the user cannot listen to that call themselves when they log in. And again, the user option for the logins is optional anyway. You don't have to allow users to listen to their own calls. Now, one other nice feature on this, you'll notice that on some of these calls here, there's a little picture of a screen. There's also an optional screen recording service that if that's turned on, then not only does it record the person's conversation, but it also records their screen activity. So if I go here to more details, you'll see in my case, there is what was happening on my screens. I actually have 3 screens on my computer while I was on this conversation. So basically you can listen to the conversation at the same time as you see what the person was doing on their screen. So that's an optional service. It's an additional cost, but really handy for call centers and those types of work areas that might need that. So also in the recordings here, we've got all calls. Also can go to active calls. Don't have any active calls in my business group right now, but if I did, I could actually listen to that call live and play that audio real time. That's done through a separate application here. Let me see if I can ask somebody to make a call again real quick. Um, okay, so I just sent an instant message to my office asking someone to make a call. And then as soon as someone does go off hook, we'll see that call here in the active calls display. And then I should be able to click on that and listen live to that call. So let's see, while we're waiting for them, we've also got some other options here for categories. You can set up some categories and calls and then assign calls to particular categories, you know, sales call, etc. Okay, there's a live call. So Greg is on a call here, and if I click on this call, I should be able to live monitor it right there. So I opened up the call, and if I click on this button to live monitor, what that's going to do is that's going to launch the little app here, and now I'm listening to him, you know, live. So that's the live monitoring option. Okay, I just told him he can hang up. All right, so that's active calls. My calls just basically filters it down to only calls on my extension, and then you know, by user, etc. So just a whole bunch of different ways that you can organize the calls, you know, by category, not assigned to any user, which that shouldn't be any calls. They should all have a user assigned to them. Yeah. And then advanced search allows me to just go deeper with what I'm searching for, you know, multiple criteria. If there's certain things that I want to search for regularly, I can save that search. Okay, so that's all under recordings. Reports is also real nice because I can go through here and kind of look at some call volume information separate from what I can get out of the actual business group itself in the admin portal, because this is just related to recorded calls. So if I take a look here at all calls, that's basically just going to give me the big picture from my business group for whatever period I've selected here. And then if I go to user calls, I jumped past group calls because I don't really have any departments set up. All of my users are in one department. And so this even shows me at a glance who's made the most calls, of course, yours truly, and who talks on the phone most, yours truly. So, but obviously Greg Allborn here has given me a run for my money. So anyway, some nice reporting functions built here right into the recording portal as well. Now let me just show you real quick, administration. I don't know that there's really many options in here that we can do. Yeah, this is mostly read-only as well for like the different departments and such. But if I log out as an administrator and I log in as an actual user, so I'm going to log in as Mark. Whoops, I messed up. Sign out. All right, so that didn't work out so well. Recordings. Oh, I guess it's because I was on the admin page previously and he doesn't have access to the admin page. So that's why it said I didn't have privileges there, because it was trying to take me right to the admin page and he can't. So as a user, he's basically just got the dashboard, and then under recordings, he's got only his recordings that he can listen to and download, etc. But again, if you don't want to allow your users to do that, that's an optional setting. So that's it. Again, the new call recording service is the same price as the previous one. It's got more features, easier to manage, and it's what we're moving all new call recording setups over onto the new service. We're not setting up any new customers on the old server before, and we're going to be offering our existing customers who are on the old call recording server to move over to this one, just because it's better, and you know, it's a better service that we're offering to our customers. So that's it. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks for watching.